Gaius Kapitel 4, was der König tun muss.
Hey, I just arrived myself.
You guys worried about Kyle too?
It's been a while since I heard anything from him. I only hope this dread I'm feeling is just my imagination.
Hey, they're here.
Good day, Erston. I'd offer you a drink, but we're in the middle of an interrogation here. Not that you seem to care.
Tanner, Kyle, are you unhurt?
They just grabbed us out of the blue.
Kyle.
You beat up these children?
Oh, please. It's not that bad. We simply taught these punks to respect the law. After all, they were obstructing a murder investigation.
What?
Plenty of witnesses were there. They all saw what happened. They watched Kyle shove and kill that soldier.
No way.
I blew it, Big E. But that soldier started it. He was harassing me even though I didn't do squat. He treated me like a criminal.
That Risa Maxian started the whole thing!
I'm sorry, Big E. I'm so sorry.
I'm not the one you need to apologize to.
Oh, that reminds me, Erston. There are some folks I would like for you to meet. Hey, let them in. I'm so sorry. You have my deepest condolences.
Huh?
This man and woman are none other than the grieving parents of the murdered Risa Maxian soldier.
Is this the kid who killed my son, Detective?
Allegedly. The case isn't closed yet.
Tell me why. Why did you do it? Why did you kill our son?
So, what do you think? Do you still insist on protecting this man, Erston? It can't be easy when one of the subjects you've sworn to protect wails for her dead son.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Open your eyes! This man is no run-of-the-mill Risa Maxian. He is King Gaius of Risa Maxia. Ha! Did you really think he was some Joe Schmo in your little gang?
Big E? Come on. Say it ain't so.
Yeah.
He's right.
Huh?
The scene of the crime was Marksburg, which is under the joint jurisdiction of both countries. That means Risa Maxia is in a unique position to demand custody of the suspect.
Is that true?
I could do that, however.
However, that sort of thing would cause one heck of an international incident, I bet. The Risa Maxians would be up in arms and out for blood over the incident. It might even poison the current negotiations on tariff autonomy that are so very important to Risa Maxia.
I know.
Big E.
Just think about it, Kyle. Who do you really believe is on your side here? The Risa Maxian king who's been pretending to be your friend this whole time? Or me, a fellow Olympian?
I don't know what to tell you.
Take me with you. I'll talk.
Your Majesty, my boss's boss's boss is waiting at the Marksburg Inn. If you'd be so kind as to come and meet with my superior, I'm sure the both of you could discuss more than a few words in private.
With Risa Maxia's cabinet ministers, I imagine.
Yes, exactly. You imagine right.
Gaius.
I know. It's true I could use my powers to protect Kyle from prosecution, but then I would fail as a king. I wouldn't be able to face my people.
Moin Ragnar, Torix. Ich hoffe, es ist in Ordnung, dass ich dich so nenne. Wohin soll ich jetzt? Nach Marksburg? Ja genau, Marksburg. Ins Inn.
Let's discuss this at the hotel. We should return there immediately.
These heavily populated areas certainly have a different feel to them. You can just feel the energy in the air.
Thank you for waiting, Your Majesty. Everyone is assembled in the conference room. If you would follow me, please.
Luger, what are your thoughts on Kyle's crime? Make it sound so simple. Such clarity comes from having a strong sense of morality. You've helped me accept what I must do, and I am grateful for it.
What will happen to Kyle?
I agreed to extradite him to Olympias.
Did you win a concession on the tariffs in return?
The ministers are thrilled. They said the life of one soldier was a small price to pay. This was born of political convenience. I will ensure the bereaved receive generous reparations.
That must have been hard.
It is my duty.
Wise decision, Your Majesty. You allowed Olympias to save face, but it also brought a great boon to your people. To be completely honest, I didn't think you had it in you. I wish I were as good at my job as you are. Well then, I'll be off. Until next time.
I would have preferred it if he were openly insulting.
Olympias is the one that holds the upper hand when it comes to negotiations between the two countries. That man probably set this whole thing up. He knew full well I wouldn't act against the interests of Riza Maxia. Pardon me. Would you mind throwing this away for me?
Are you sure, sir?
Yes.
Es ist einfach wahrscheinlich wirklich das Beste.
Friendship is an unnecessary luxury for a man like me.
Is that really true? That camera's proof that you had friends at all. People who wanted to spend time with you. As a normal man, as Erston, I think having people who will accept you for who you are is something both humans and spirits need.
What'll it be?
I'll hold on to it. Luger, let's have a group photo sometime. You, me, and all the others.
Und damit ist sein Kapitel beendet. Partyschläger. Nicht gut. Schade. Gut. Teilen. Rowens.
This is nice. This is the sort of place that puts one's mind at ease.
Wohnen Kapitel 4. Zum Rande der Ewigkeit und zurück.
Ah, Luga. Did you know the city of Drellin is famous for its spirits? Not the kind that interest you, mind you. Drellin's spirits are of the liquid variety. With all we've been through, I believe we could use a drink. Shall we wet our whistles?
Ich antworte das, was ich antworten würde.
Ah, that's a shame. Drellin is no less famous for its seafood, however. Perhaps you could try a nice piece of fish while I sample the other local delicacies. Off we go then. Oh, Lady Mila and Lady Elise. Is anything the matter?
No, nothing. Elise and I are just out for a stroll.
Yep, stretching my legs. What are you two up to?
Luga and I were just about to indulge in some of Drellin's local delicacies.
Sounds intriguing.
Drellin is famous for, seafood and spirits, right? I want a seafood too!
Why not accompany us? We would never turn down such beautiful company.
Flattery will get you everywhere. Sure, I'm in.
Did you mean just Mila?
I meant all three of you. Two beautiful ladies and one beautiful plush doll thing.
Oh, Rowan, you're embarrassing me!
Pardon me.
Sure seems like the same old Rowan to me.
That letter must have been a misunderstanding.
Forgive me, everyone. I'm afraid some urgent business has come up.
What is it?
An emergency meeting of the military commanders. We've received threats of terrorism from an extremist group that opposes peace between the nations.
You're a busy man.
Too busy to find the time to complain about it. But it's all for the future of our two nations. Luga, I want you to have this. Think of it as a good luck charm. It would mean a lot to me if you kept it. It completes a set with my own charm. I promise I'll make this up to you.
He's fully devoting himself to fulfilling his mission.
Yeah, he doesn't seem like he'd need a will anytime soon.
True. Well, there's no use worrying about it now. Let's eat.
My fish was so fresh, it was practically still wriggling.
I'll sample Drellin's other claim to fame when Rowan gets back.
This is Vera. There's been an abduction. An extremist group has just claimed responsibility. The victim is Maxian Prime Minister Rowan Ilbert.
What?
Chancellor Marcia has requested Spirius's assistance in the rescue operation. Please return to headquarters ASAP for a full briefing.
Something wrong?
They kidnapped Rowan!
That threat he mentioned earlier. It must have been bait to lure him into a trap.
We gotta save the old guy!
Luger, we're coming with you.
Gut, dann gucken wir mal kurz. Bin ich mit Mila und Elise. Mila, wen braucht sie da noch irgendwie was? Mila und Ron, ach geht nicht. Gaius, ja, habe ich gerade drin. José und Elise. Lea. Das war's. Ja, dann lassen wir Gaius dann.
I can't believe that a man of Rowan's stature could be kidnapped.
Poor Rowan. I hope they haven't hurt him.
What if they're strapping him onto the torture rack right this moment?
You can't say things like that. He's fine. He has to be. Thanks, Luger.
And let's remember, this is Rowan we're talking about. I'd be more worried for his captors than for him.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Finally free!
Sorry, Tipo.
No problem. I feel you, sister.
Regardless, there's one thing we know for sure. Standing here worrying about Rowan isn't going to get us any closer to saving him.
That's right. We need to go find him. We can do this, everyone.
You're right.
Roger Dodger.
That's more like it.
Gut, wohin soll ich schnell reisen? Das stimmt ja. Zum Meeting, ja. Ich erinnere mich. Ich habe es nur kurz irgendwie vergessen. Katzen sind zurückgekehrt.
I'll begin the briefing. Prime Minister Ilbert has been kidnapped by an extremist group that espouses Olympian domination.
Olympian domination? I take it they oppose the peace treaty.
Yes, the Olympian government has been sent a list of their demands.
The Olympian government? Why would they care about Rowan?
The Prime Minister is a key player in the peace process. He's crucial to Olympius. They certainly understand that.
They intend to use him as a bargaining chip.
That's horrible.
They also hacked into our telecommunications system and broadcast this message.
Keep Olympia separate. It is a sacred land for a chosen people. We will not have it be fouled by a friendship with Maxia. Maxia's inhabitants are our fuel. Its land, nothing more than a penal colony for deserters. The leadership of Olympias has lost its way. We demand the immediate dissolution of the peace treaty. Should you refuse us, the consequences will be decisive and severe.
These nutjobs have Rowan?
We shut down the broadcast immediately, of course, but the extremists have powerful communication jamming Spyrex. We were unable to determine the signal's origin.
If only we had a little more to go on.
What is it?
That's the charm Rowan gave you. May I see it? Apparently it's enchanted by some sort of art. I'm sure the Four could tell us more. Interesting. This art seems to emit a special pulse through earth and water. And it resonates with an opposing pulse transmitted through fire and wind.
What?
Rowan had another stone just like this.
I'll have the Four seek out the strongest point of resonance. That should be the midpoint between the two stones. Then the source of the other pulse should be equidistant from us in the opposite direction.
Midpoint acquired. Now we just need to pinpoint the equidistant location. That puts the source of the transmission near Labari Hollow.
They're in Maxia.
Is this why Rowan gave Luger the stone in the first place?
It's almost as if he knew he'd be abducted.
He's still okay, right?
They're using him as a bargaining chip. They'd be fools to kill him.
Phew!
However, Rowan is still a key figure in the peace movement. They may be planning on disposing of him eventually.
Now that you mention it, the Spurious Corporation has analyzed what would happen if Mr. Ilbert were killed. According to our projections, his death and the resulting backlash would ultimately advance the cause of international peace.
What?
That means... So that's why he wrote that letter. Dying to make your wish come true isn't right.
Yeah, think about how sad the rest of us would be.
The Rowan I know would never do such a thing. The extremists' hideout is in Labari Hollow. Let's go.
Ja. Wo sind die? Nicht eingezeichnet.
Rowan has to be around here somewhere. Let's leave no stone unturned.
Don't worry. We'll find you.
Im Grunde müssen wir nur durchlaufen, glaube ich. Irgendwo muss er ja sein. Beziehungsweise die Cutscene dann. Und wahrscheinlich ist er da versteckt, wo auch Rowan, wo auch Jude und Elise, glaube ich, waren. Oder? Bin ich da richtig? Alvin, nee. Elise und Alvin.
What are you doing here?
Don't let them call back up.
Yeah. Disintegrate.
If you don't mind. Rowan must be in the back.
Hurry. If there's a guard outside.
Rowan must be inside.